Mistakes were made. I don't know what else to say other than mistakes were made. I thought maybe there's a way that I could kind of cover them up, hide them, make myself look better, make myself look like not such an idiot. But at the end of the day, it happened. I made the mistakes, and I documented the mistakes with the intent of putting them on YouTube. So I'm gonna go ahead and follow through, put it all on YouTube, and maybe you can learn from the mistakes that I made in this video.
So we got all the tools out.
Yeah, we're broken.
Yeah, good morning. Huh? Huh? What is it? What is it? What is it? Go get it. Go get it. Oh, what are we doing? What are we doing? Go get it. Go get it. Oh, get it, get it, get it, get it, get it. Did you get it?
So the very first mistake I found was an audio thing. And I'm gonna say that's GoPro's mistake and not my mistake. That is something that I have fought with from day one, is audio and losing audio, not having audio. And I know from the time that I've spent on YouTube that that's an issue that a lot of YouTube channels have had, is audio with GoPros. So that's mistake number one. Basically, it's me describing and explaining what I'm doing and where I'm going. And it's a fairly long clip because I give quite a bit of information. I don't remember everything that I said in that clip. And that video was taken a couple of months ago at least. So I don't know how to recap everything that I said, but I'll do my best here. Basically, I got a call from my buddy Nate with the FJ80. And I know when I get a call from Nate, something exciting is currently happening or is about to happen. And so I usually try and make sure that I can be involved somehow. Basically, he invited me to go out wheeling. I think it was a Saturday, and I had the time to do it. And so I said, yeah, I'm in, let's go. So he hopped in his 80, I loaded up Sami, and the reason why I took Sami is because I knew that the trail that we were headed on was something that was a little too much for the Land Cruiser. We're going into a trail system that I know pretty well. I think I've run pretty much every inch of it, as far as I know. And the trail that we were going on, I believe is number 7. I think it's trail 7. I don't really know the names. I just know them by sight. But it's basically the most difficult trail in the trail system was the one we were planning to hit. So I was excited. I've done it before with the assistance of my winch and did it successfully. And so I was excited to go out and try it again. What I didn't know was that that trail had deteriorated quite a bit since the last time I had been on it. Yeah, you'll see. We got some laser focus going on here. Oh, wow. So, mistake number 2 was becoming prideful. I'll let this semi pass before I continue on. This was one of those situations. Man, we got a lot of road noise. Maybe I'll wait till I make the turn over here. We all know that saying, pride cometh before the fall. This was one of those situations. You know that my goal in life is to beat the 80 at an obstacle. That thing is just so capable. It's really incredible what it can do right out of the box. So it's kind of become my goal to somehow outdrive, outrun, outdo an obstacle on the 80. And today was that day where Nate gave this specific obstacle, gave it a couple of tries and just couldn't quite get the right line. Finally made it up through, But I thought, ooh, this could be my chance to do this in one shot, because I could tell that his wheelbase was working against him on it. So as you watch this, you'll see that I finally did it. I made it. I did it in one shot, one try, made it up the obstacle in the exact spot where he had to give it a couple of goes in order to make it up. So I was feeling pretty high, pretty awesome. I did it in one shot, and pride, I think pride got in my way a little bit.
There it is. Yeah, that's it. Beauty. Got it.
Okay, here's the situation. I told you we were choosing the most difficult trail, and we're getting our money's worth out of this. I know the camera is never going to do this justice, but here's what we've come up against, is this climb right here, or I guess it's going to be a descent, which is always a little better than a climb, but this is just covered with sand. I'll climb down here to the bottom and kind of show you carefully, because it's even hard to walk on because there's so much sand. People trying to scramble up it, and but it's steep. It's steep, and there's a lot of steps, a lot of cutouts, a lot of just a lot going on. We've determined that this is one of the worst obstacles, and then down there is a really off camber side hill down, but it's pretty smooth, slick rock. I should have good grip. It's just not going to feel great. So this is the worst one. Here's what our plan is we are going to try and tie off 2 trees to give us anchors. We're going to try and lower the Samurai down with Nate's winch off of his 80, because it's a new winch, should be in good shape. That's going to be easy one. The big one's going to be trying to get the 80 down, because it weighs like double, maybe even triple what the Samurai does. So we're trying to come up with a plan. Currently we're just going to try and set up and just see how everything looks and feels, and decide if we're going to do it. And then at that point, if it looks good, we're going to go for it. There's several obstacles throughout this trail that are going to be tricky, going to require some effort, some work, but this is by far the worst one to negotiate and figure out. So that's where we're at. So I'll try and set you up, and we'll try and record and document as much as we can as we do it. It's going to be an adventure for sure, so we'll keep you updated. Don't let that sunshine fool you. It's brisk out here. It is a cold morning, but it's still a beautiful morning, and I'm enjoying this walk. Well, like I said, that obstacle that I beat once, I think just set me up for failure, because I went into everything after that feeling like, nah, I can do this, feeling a little cocky. I explained this setup on how we were going to lower ourselves down this obstacle. It was completely tore out, rutted out. I mean, just a mess. I have watched a certain YouTuber that lives close to me do it since then in another Land Cruiser, in a Land Cruiser that was heavily modified, that's pretty popular, and he made it look like child's play, like it was nothing. Pretty impressive what 42-inch sticky tires can do, but I didn't have 42-inch tires. We rolled up on this, we came up with a good plan, and it was a good plan. So the lesson I learned on this obstacle was to make a plan and stick with the plan. Nate and I walked all over this. We looked at it, we discussed it, we came up with a really good plan, and it was a good plan, and Nate followed through great, and it worked out great for him. However, I changed my mind last minute. I looked at it from a different perspective, and I thought, that's not so bad. And there again, I think I just let pride get in the way. So I went ahead and gave it a shot, and it didn't turn out. In fact, it was awful scary. the way that it turned out.
Do you want to drive a little bit further forward and just see how it feels? Yeah. I'll spot you here. Now you're looking good. You're going to start leveling out a little bit more. Hey, Ren. Look out. Get out of the way. Turn a little left. Yeah, I don't have to stop there just to see how it feels for you. Yeah. You're lined up. Let me look to the side. You're lined up. Going for it? Yeah. I think you're good. Look at that.
Yeah, that's the part that I'm most embarrassed about. And this mistake, this came with two mistakes. The first one was not going with the original plan, not sticking with the plan, following through, doing it the safe way. The second mistake, I didn't have my seatbelt on. I don't know if you noticed that or not. Let me show you a slow-mo of that. Yep, I didn't have my seatbelt on and it nearly cost me. As I sat on the center console, desperately trying to reach the brake, I was headed straight for a big drop-off. Thankfully, that weird bounce somehow kept Sammy on its wheels. But I was headed for a drop-off that definitely I would have rolled several times. Luckily, I was able to scramble and get to the brakes. If I would have had my seatbelt on, it wouldn't have been an issue. I would have been able to control the brakes and would have been just fine. And had I not been able to get to the brakes and headed off that drop off, again, I would have had my seatbelt on. I mean, I don't want to think about rolling that without my seatbelt on. So dumb. It's a bad mistake and it's something that I do often. I need to do better about it, making sure that when I'm doing something like that, well, making sure that when I'm behind the wheel, I've got my seatbelt on.
Yeah, Darren, I think I might need to jump you one more time. Okay. When I could see the mirror wasn't where I thought I was.
You want to be left side on that flat part?
I think I want to come. I'm moving like inches because I feel like I don't know where I am.
Yeah. Yeah, take it slow. That's my advice.
You got it. You're about going to go into the hole, but your tire's going to slide down a little bit, the right rear.
Going off the drop a little bit, it's smaller.
You're in it.
You're there.
Almost there. There it is. Nice.
Yeah, you're looking good. You're looking good. Driving.
Right.
I think because I could stop, I didn't ever build momentum.
Right.
So it wasn't ever.
I think repositioning that one more time, I think that was a good move because that just got you lined up straight to come down. And
Yep.
beautiful.
Getting out of the vehicle and looking.
Right.
Getting out of the vehicle and looking really made a big difference for
Yeah.
my spatial awareness.
For sure.
Way to go. Down just like that. That's the right way to do it. Stick with the original plan. Don't call audibles at the spur of the moment.
Looking good so far. You're going to come down the right side. That's as far as down as it's going to go. Yeah, I think nice and slow, man. A little to the left. Yeah, like that. Now slightly right. Yeah, like that. How's that feel? Right, more right. More right. Nice. Ride? Good to ride or you want
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. Well, compared to the other line, I think that must have been easy.
That looked pretty good.
No, it doesn't. Do you want to ride this way, sir? Yeah. Am I pointing at it?
Straight.
Yeah, you're looking good.
Driver a little bit. There you go.
Okay, start turning left a little. Yeah. Keep that line. There you go. Yep, and just straight. This tire's gonna come off here. Right there, it's gonna start rolling down. Beauty.
Step.
You're home free from there. Thank you.
Step.
And come down. Oh. That looks good. I think try that same line just a little bit that way. There you go. I think bump that if you can. A little bit. Oh, there you go. That front tire is getting light. You want to get that rear to climb that next step. It's small. But as soon as it climbs, the front is going to start climbing, and you want to kind of bend it to the right. Okay? So yeah, ease into that and see. Oh! Yeah, there you go. Pause there.
That was fun.
Yeah.
It looked fun from this angle.
So what does it look like here? Turn a little left. Yeah, driver. Yeah, go forward. Nice decision. Nice decision.
Yeah, well done with that. Well done with that.
I didn't know what to do. I was trying to coach you, but I couldn't decide what was going to be the right way. Yeah.
I need to learn to heel toe. I didn't think it'd be that precarious.
It just wants you to lift that
Should I
front.
try and get a fire on this?
During this portion of the trail, I don't know that mistakes were made. In fact, I had my wits about me enough that I was able to make a couple of instinctive moves that kept Sammy on its wheels again. And I'm really grateful for Nate and Darren and the other guys that were there that were helping spot me and kind of troubleshoot what was going on outside of the vehicle that I couldn't see, and giving me pointers on how to drive through the way that I needed to. Ultimately, I ended up on a winch just because it just wasn't happening for Sammy, and that's fine. I don't have a problem with that. That was the safe thing to do, especially in the last kind of precarious setup I ended up in. What I would say through this is I continue to learn that Sammy needs a front locker. The rear locker is super helpful, super great, but with that short wheelbase, it kicks Sammy side to side, having both wheels locked. It wants to torque over, and what I'm trying to do with a rear locker is sketchy, but if I had a front locker, it'd be quite a bit different. So that's what I continue to learn, is I need a front locker on Sammy, and I think a lot of this stuff would be quite a bit different. But I'm proud of some of those quick acting instincts that I had that kept Sammy on its wheels and helped me get through this. This section also shows the power of running an automatic versus a manual. I pride myself with being quite comfortable driving a manual. That's the way I grew up. That was the only way to go, especially in the soft sand. It has its big advantages.
Well, okay. Yep, that was pretty good. The rock chalk helping at all?
It seems like it.
There you go.
All right, drive it.
I didn't know what to tell you. So
No, that's good.
that isn't bad.
But on something like this, a lot of the precarious things that happened were because I was trying to figure out how to operate a clutch and control throttle, a lot of that stuff with the clutch. An automatic goes a long way, and I never thought that I'd be in this position and saying that, but the more I see it in action on rocks and kind of low, creepy, crawly type stuff, it's yeah, it's definitely got its big advantages over having to run a manual.
It did what it wasn't going over, so I gave it more. Yeah.
I call drive it because it looked like you might
Yeah.
have been going.
Yeah.
And sometimes driving it just lets it do its thing.
Yep.
Not
That
roll
wasn't
over.
too bad. I mean, you're not looking sketchy.
No.
You're looking okay.
I think you might be able to drive that.
Yeah, give it a crawl. Brittany, look out. Give it a little crawl here. Ah, these clutches. Weird. No, it's not there. You're just trying to climb that bank and it's going to make it worse. You have some space to back up though, for sure. Yeah, let me look at your back up.
But try not to go too much.
See if that, and I'll keep an eye on it for you. I'm ready. Perfect. Yeah, you got a bunch of roads in front of you.
I do think having a really good handbrake would help though. Right now the one in Sami is pretty much non-functioning. I think it needs a new cable. There's some of that stuff that I may have been able to yank that on and then try and run the clutch and pull that down, make it work that way somehow. I don't know. I don't know what I could have done differently if it was a heel toe situation. I did the best I could, and that's where it got me, but an automatic would definitely make a big difference.
I think you're just going to make it look easy and make me look silly.
This is exactly what I'm thinking. Maybe not the silly part. I'll be feeling.
Yeah, I would back up. Good call. Yeah.
Great.
That's the front left.
You got your front. Yeah,
Yeah, that'll climb with the front.
I think you'll be okay on that turn after you climb it.
That was the dog, I don't know.
Yeah, the dog found it. Bottle. Water bottle? Yeah.
Alright.
Did you say you were filming when it
I
happened?
wish I was. I'm like, this would be easy thing, I'm not gonna record it.
Right, well that's what I thought too.
I was like, this is the one I'm missing?
Oh, we got all the tools out. How come we got all the tools out?
Yeah, we're broken on the easy obstacle. Just loaded it up too much. Well, as you know, I've done it. Let me show you what I've done. There's the end. Snapped really hard. We didn't have cameras rolling because this was just me moving out of the way so that Nathan could try this other obstacle. And I got a little frisky, which I have many times before, and that's probably what ultimately did it. As you can tell, this one, I mean, I don't feel like I hopped it hard here, but I have many times in the past, and that was the final straw. So it did lots of good stuff. You can see even the ears off of the U-joint. Oh, snapped those clear off too. So it hit hard. We're hoping that's the only thing that's broken, but we'll know here in a minute if we've got more stuff broken. So unfortunately, I think all the fun playing around is mostly over, other than the fun of recovering and getting out of here, which is going to take some effort, some time, effort, and energy. So I'm grateful I've got this awesome crew here to help put it all together and make it happen. So I'm going to pitch in and be a help and see if we can't start moving this out and making our way out of here. So this is the part where those mistakes really caught up to me. What was impressive to me was the fact that I was able to make it through all of that other stuff, lifting wheels, and I mean, just, you watched it, you know what it was. What you didn't see was me attempting a really simple slick rock slope. I didn't think anything of it. We were gonna try this other kind of V-notch thing, and I thought, I've had enough excitement for today, and I know that there's another couple coming, so I'm just gonna take the easy line. And I did have to bump it, but I mean, for real, this is off camera, but I'm being honest, it wasn't an aggressive bump. I mean, it was just I need a little momentum to get through it, and bam, it broke, and it broke big time. And I'll show you the damage that was done. It was pretty impressive. When I go back and look at the footage, best I can come up with is when I went down that uncontrolled descent, it bounced, and I think there was an outcropping or a finger of slick rock that rear yoke and U-joint just slammed on, and I think it weakened it. Even talking to different driveline guys to get the replacement and stuff like that, they're just like, man, you had to have hit it on something. Like just my normal driving, you know, even the torque, you know, launching it to hit something hard or something like that, like that wouldn't have done it. Like they said, you had to have hit that on rock, and it just finally gave out, which again is incredible that it didn't happen on the next obstacle, and honestly a huge blessing that it didn't happen on the next obstacle, because if it would have broken there, I think there's a good chance I would have rolled or done something weird, because I had a lot of strain on it going up through that stuff, whereas on this one it was just a simple launch, boom, blew apart. Well, now we've got to recover Sami on this trail with some big obstacles coming up that we know of, and I'll probably just kind of leave you with that and let you see how that all went down. We had a short drive there that I was able to kind of get rolling on, and if I can keep momentum and pick my line, I can kind of keep progress going. But some of these hills are, yeah, it's just helpless. But anyways, we've got this climb here, is next. We're probably gonna winch over that, and then I think there's one more steep one that we're gonna have to winch, and then we've got a big sandy chute to get out of. Although there might be an alternate. Nate said when he was up there he could see kind of a way around that we might take that. I don't know, so we'll see. Next one, and this is a longer climb, a steeper climb than what we've done so far. This was the other obstacle we were worried about on this trail. When before I broke my Samurai on one of the easy ones. Anyways, so here we go. I think we're gonna do the same thing. Get Nate up on top.
Hearing you, Darren.
Did the Samurai get you there?
I think so. Yeah, there's enough rock in here. I think I should be good.
You want to try to drive the whole thing?
I mean, if you're hooked up already, I guess we might as well. Go ahead and hook me up and pull, but I think it will. But yeah.
Well, I can always come back.
Okay, let's do that. I was just staying there, so I was out of your way. Okay, I'm gonna hop in, see if I can drive here, get up behind him for this next stage. So this is our obstacle. Maybe if standing at the base will show it better. We gotta go up that to there. I'm sure the camera still doesn't do it justice. We're gonna have to winch. I honestly think Nate could drive this, but we don't want to break his vehicle while trying to get mine out and have two broken ones in here. So we're trying to just play it safe and keep our egos out of it, because ego's what got me in this position. Anyways, so we're gonna hook a winch on and get Nate headed up there. Gonna hook me to the back of Nate's rig so that I can get up to this flat shelf here and be staged for when he's up on top. Then he can get me winched up, and then I'm hoping we're almost home free. We still got quite a few obstacles on the way out, but nothing like this. So we'll keep going.
It gained some.
3, 2, 1.
Darren, if you and Brent both pull sideways, and pull to the passenger side.
Yeah. So we're gonna pull this way instead of using my little weight.
All right.
3, 2, 1.
I was like,
Physics, that's amazing. Okay, time to see if we can get Nate winched up. And
you know, maybe if I ever try to sleep in the car, I should just stay on the hill like this.
there you go.
I can just lounge right here.
Exactly.
Yeah, you're hooked. Ready to go in? Yeah, wait for Darren. Good.
Yeah. Beauty. You got it. Guess that means it's my turn. This is steep, but I'm gonna put my trust in Nate's winch and sit back and enjoy the ride, I guess.
For a minute.
I don't know how much you're gonna be able to see. It's getting awful dark out here, but we're trying to work up this soft sandy hill. We've definitely got our work cut out for us still. There's a lot of climbs, and I was thinking we were closer to being home free, but we're not. We kind of walked ahead and looked, but we're gonna keep at it. So far things are good. I'm hearing a clicking in the passenger side. I'm hoping it's maybe just a hub. We're gonna find out. Okay, we got Nathan up at the top. Had to winch up the sandy hill. We're hoping there's enough flat spot that he'll just be able to drive and dead pull me up. And then we've got a slick rock climb after that we're hoping he can just dead pull as well. The bad news is we're pretty much dark at this point, which is going to make all this even that much harder to get out and do what we need to do. I don't know how much I'll run the GoPros just because it's dark and we don't have a lot of good lighting. But I'll try and keep you updated as we go. I don't know how well you can see, it's pretty dark out here, but made it home. Got the Samurai on the trailer, and we stopped and had dinner. I bought the crew dinner in town because they definitely got me out of a pickle, so I'm super grateful for Nate and Darren and Brent to be there with me to help in that process. So happy we made it home. Everybody's okay. And I really think the damage done, the breakage is fairly minimal. We'll find out once we get dug into it. So all in all, fun trip, absolutely a fun trip. And I'm excited to get this fixed and solve some of the problems we had and get back out there and do it again. So until next time, lock them in, grab a gear, maybe grab a few driveline spares. I'll see you in the hills. I came out this morning. Sorry, had to let the rooster say what he needed to say. Came out this morning to unload Sammy, head into work, and I've got this sitting on my tag. Do not operate. They must have stuck that on while we're getting loaded up and loaded up at the end of the day off that trail. So looking back on it, ton of fun. Had a lot of fun with those guys. I always feel bad being kind of the weak link in the group and having to be the guy that ended up getting drug out of there, but we had a good time together. Everybody pitched in and helped, and And just a great group of guys, great day. And we'll get Sammy fixed up so we can go out and do it again sometime.